Hi, Pipe Smokers. This is Paul the Pipe Guy live from Rochester, New York, and it's time for Thirsty Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Grab a pint of beer and the pipe you love so dear. So, I got a couple of things in today. The first package I got in was a long-awaited from the UK Revor, R-E-V-O-R, plug tobacco. And the UK, I mean, they don't mess around. I mean, it shows a guy like, it says smoking causes strokes and disability. Get help to stop smoking at www.nhsuk/quit. And it shows a young man struggling with his girlfriend or wife or whatever, and shows it on the back of the package. And then when you open up the package of plug, you have tobacco smoke contains over 70 substances known to cause cancer. All right. And smoking kills, quit now. And then inside we have our rubber plug. Yeah. Looks like a big, thick candy bar. Yeah. So the layers are, it's basically layered across here, like so. So, and you just chop a couple of pieces off, maybe 3 millimeters long, which would basically be 1/8 of an inch. And I took 2 layers off. And so more than enough to fill my pipe. And so anyways, Revor, yeah. So we're going to check that out. The 2 pipes we're going to be smoking this evening is my beautiful Peterson XL24, I think. Yeah, XL24. Dublin edition XL24, and it has vanilla custard in it. Can't do it 2 for Tuesday or a Thirsty Thursday without vanilla custard. The other pipe I have is my Mr. Bragg pear pipe, number 47. Excuse me. Number 47 billiard, and this is actually made out of pear wood. And that's what we're going to try, our Revor pipe tobacco, and this is actually from the UK. It's only 17 pounds. But it cost me 20 pounds to have it shipped here. But I really wanted to try it because I saw a couple of reviews on it from some of my good mates across the pond. So I think what we'll do, so the Revor plug, and I have some videos on how to prepare a plug properly, at least according to what I've been taught off of other YouTube videos. So this tobacco basically consists of a Virginia Burley blend, and it is flue and fire cured tobacco, and supposedly offers a strong, cool, satisfying smoke. So let's try it out, and let's see what we think here. So cheers, everyone. I have my normal Busch beer here. Yes. And I do have a little helmet head here, if you can see. Been welding all day. Actually, if you can notice on my shirt, right across here and down, where I wear my leather apron, is darker. From here up, it's been bleached out because when you're welding, it creates such light, and actually it creates a lot of, I don't know what you would call it. Slipping my mind here. Not nuclear activity, but I don't know. It creates something, and it just bleaches your clothes right out. Actually, my neck, as you can see, I do have a tan line because the mask only comes down to here. So, anyways, let's try this Rever plug out on Thirsty Thursday. In our Mr. Bragg pear pipe. Oh, and I did get one other thing that I'll share with you. They came in all the way from Poland, another Mr. Bragg pipe. So here we go, Rever up. Very cool smoke. Can definitely taste the Virginias and the Burleys in it. It's very good. I would definitely recommend Rever. But if you're stateside, you're going to pay. So I paid 37 pounds to get it here, which is $50 United States dollars for 2.5 ounces. That would definitely be an all-day smoke. Oh, yeah. So my pear pipe is not broken in yet because I've kind of neglected her a little bit. Because I keep getting new pipes in and I want to try them. So who wants to see the new Mr. Bragg that came in? Oh, you definitely have to try this Rever plug tobacco. It's worth the money, in my opinion. I think it was 50 grams that came in. I paid $1 a gram. But it is good. So the pear pipe's starting to warm up just a tiny bit. I'm going to let it rest. Let's check out our Mr. Bragg pipe that we got today. I think I have the right box here. Yes. Yes. Mr. Bragg box. And let's see. Ooh, this feels really light. Comes in a nice little sock. And where the heck is it? You gotta be kidding me. It looks like a pipe, but smaller. Look at the size difference. Oh my God, this thing's probably only about 3.5 inches long. It's tiny. It's a teeny weeny. It's like the world's smallest pipe. That's the smallest pipe I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God. It is beautiful. Actually, this is made out of teakwood briar, which I never heard of. It has, I don't know, I'd have to look it up again, but it's teakwood, some type of briar. Man, what the hell am I going to do with this? And it has that new Mr. Bragg system in it. That little thing that you can take out. There we go. I took it out. Yeah. Keep it in the box. Let's plug her back in now. Good draw. I can't believe how tiny this pipe is. Look at it next to my forefinger. I can basically cover almost the whole thing with my forefinger. It's so tiny. The bowl, I wonder even if my tamper would fit down it. Yeah, it does. Huh. That was like $22. But it could be a nice little pocket pipe, I suppose, for a quick smoke. I mean, the bowl's not the tiniest bowl I've ever seen. The fit and the finish is great. Nice little bent stem. I can't believe that. When I opened this up, I was just like, are you kidding me? No, so we're not going to test her out tonight, but I wanted to show that to you guys and gals. It's like, what the heck? Did this thing come without a stem or something? I'm reaching down into the sock trying to pull it out. Wondering where the heck it is. It just dropped down here. Something dropped. No. My plug tobacco. So, anyways. So apparently the Brits have a lot of warning labels on their tobacco too, just like we do in the United States of America. Guess everybody's really against smoking. If you don't inhale your pipe and you limit it to a couple of bowls a day, and you don't have a history of cancer in your family, I think your possibilities are pretty low that you're going to develop something. Yes, let's fire up our XL24, which is this Peterson pipe, which is getting broken in very nicely. Oh, yeah. I love that vanilla custard. It is to die for. Yeah, vanilla custard. Definitely like this Rever tobacco too, this Rever plug. Definitely would recommend that. Definitely would recommend that. Absolutely, 100%. So, I'm continuing to practice my welding skills at work, and I'm going to have to take a test either tomorrow or early next week where I have to weld together 2 pieces of stainless steel. They send it out, x-ray it to make sure there's no voids in my welds, and if there isn't, then I'm a certified rookie welder. I have to do something, so we'll be right back. Yes, we're back again. The thing about beer is it's a diuretic. So you have to urinate quite often if you drink a few. Basically, one beer will go in and two will come out. Yeah, so, Thirsty Thursday, Bush number 2. Yes. Very good. So, let's go back to our Rever plug tobacco. Oh, this has a really white ash on it. Very, very white. The ash is the whitest I think I've ever seen. So it's got a definitely has a complete burn there. And with plug tobacco, I found so far I only have 3 different types of plug. I've got the Church Warden, Rever, and Spark plug. After you do cut it up, enough to fill a bowl, it's extremely moist. And so I normally let it sit out, the chop, not the plug itself, but I normally let the chopped up stuff I'm ready to throw in my pipe, I'll let it sit out for 10 or 15 minutes to kind of dry up a little bit so you get a better burn. I watched a video on that, and then I tried it myself, and I was surprised it worked really good. So, Rever plug. Oh, yeah. If you guys haven't tried this, oh, you should. Especially if you live in the UK, because that's where it's from. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is so good. So, anyways, what bleaches the shirt out, and you can see where my straps come down, because I wear a leather apron. You can see right across here where it's dark down here and bleached out up here after only 20 hours of welding. It's because when you weld, it creates radiation. Similar to the sun. Thus the little bit of sunburn. So, as I was saying before, I've been practicing my welding in between doing other stuff at work. And my supervisor comes up to me today and he's like, I was like, what? He says, I've been looking at some of your welds. I said, yeah. They're pretty gnarly, aren't they? He's like, no, actually, for only as little time as you've put into this, they're actually extremely good. I says, I think they're gnarly. I have a long way to improve. Because I'm not a big-headed guy. I'm not filled with pride. I don't brag. He's like, no, but for the amount of time that you put into this so far, you're doing extremely well. He says, I see kids that come in here for jobs, and we test them. And they've gone through 6 months worth of schooling that can't even weld as good as you can so far. And I was like, oh, come on. I says, I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to, I had to learn how to finish concrete on my own. I had a little bit of training, but I worked at it and worked at it and worked at it and worked at it. I can now finish concrete so it is pristine looking. But it took a couple years to be able to do that. As I suspect, welding, anything that you learn that's a trade, that takes some skills, it's going to take a bit of time. You can't just, and I was getting frustrated at first, my first day or two of welding. I was like thinking to myself, is this really for me? And then I'm thinking, well, you know what? I enjoy it, although I wish the final outcome, the product, was better. And it's just practicing. And I thought about myself learning concrete or anything else that I've learned in my life that really took just repetitive doing it again and again and again and again. And now we have YouTube, so you can watch YouTube videos on pretty much how to do anything. So I've been coming home watching 2-3 hours worth of YouTube videos on on welding, and I was like, you know what, I'm not giving up. And then I had one weld that went across 6 inches on a plate, a practice plate, that just really came out phenomenal. And I was like, oh, maybe we got something here. Don't give up, Paul. The owner of the company gave me an opportunity to learn a trade at the late age of 56 years old. And I, depending on my health and so forth, I plan on working till 70, maybe even longer, I don't know. But that gives me, if I work till 70, that gives me, or even if I work till 67, that gives me 11 more years, which I have to learn this trade. So I guess it's never too late, right? I don't feel 56 years old. I don't think I look 56 years old. I'm in relatively good health. I'm physically fit. So I don't know. Love this vanilla custard. But the cool thing at work is we've got welders. There's probably 7 or 8 welders, and they range between the ages of from early 20s, like 21, 22 years old, to 59 to 62 years old. And so they know the owner of the company wants me to learn this trade, this skill. And the cool thing is, they're all in. They've all come up to me and said, hey man, you're doing good. You're doing good. Just keep it up. Keep practicing. Practice. If you need any help or you have any questions, come to any one of us. That's good to know. Now, I play guitar. I wouldn't consider myself a great guitarist, but, I can strum real good. And I'm self-taught. And when I first started learning at 12 years old, they didn't have the internet or any of that stuff. We're talking 1977. And my mom bought me a Yamaha guitar and a chord book, which showed where your fingers were supposed to go. And I'm like, oh, my fingers don't want to bend this way. But I kept at it and kept at it and kept at it. And So now I'm a fairly good novice guitarist. I just do it for personal pleasure, as I do my singing, as some of you have seen. I'm not the greatest singer, but it makes me happy. I mean, I don't think when I sing the dogs are howling in the neighborhood. Haven't heard that yet. But it's just an escape, a healthy escape. To play guitar, to sing. I do write music. I write songs, melodies, lyrics. It's just something I really enjoy. I just never saw the need to delve into it so deep that I would become like a professional musician or anything like that. But I enjoy it. It's an escape from reality where you're just in a bubble. You know, the same thing with target shooting. You know, I've got a few rifles and handguns and so forth, and I enjoy target shooting, and it's something that you have to really concentrate on to do well at. And it's an escape from, it's just a reprieve from, it's just something that relaxes you. You know, it's a reprieve from the world, all of the crap going on in today's world and yesteryears. It's a hobby, you know. It's a healthy hobby. You know, some people will use drugs to escape, which they do escape, but it's not healthy. Things like pipe smoking, if in moderation, I think won't hurt you. I'm not a doctor. That's a little bit of an escape. I mean, collecting them and smoking them is relaxing. Playing my guitar and writing music and so forth and singing. You know, it's for my enjoyment, not yours. So if you think I suck at it, that's okay. I don't care. Because I enjoy it, and you didn't buy a ticket to see me. So there you go. You know, I mean, I've done a few songs on my YouTube channel, and every time I do, I always lose one or two subscribers. And then, you know, of course, they replenish, you know, but I think some people, you know, they go on my YouTube channel expecting to see just pipe videos. Well, I do little singing videos and stuff on there too, some karaoke, and I don't know. That's what I enjoy doing. If I think I'm doing something halfway decent, I'm going to throw it out there. You know, and I have gotten a lot of good reviews. You know, one of my subscribers, I don't know if he still is a subscriber, said the YouTube pipe community is for pipes only, not karaoke. Yeah, well, okay, whatever. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Back to the Rever plug. Oh, great plug tobacco. I would definitely recommend Rever plug tobacco, and definitely also to Spark Plug. tobacco. Yeah. Both very good, satisfying, full flavored smokes, non-aromatic. So I'm going to be in bed early tonight because last night went to go to bed, and I live in a double house, so it's a side-by-side house, and the landlord lives on the other side, and I live on this side with my roommate, and my landlord has a roommate who's almost 50 years old and still loves to play video games, which is fine. But he works an odd schedule. He works for a printing company. So he'll do shifts like where he'll come home at 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever. Just odd shifts, and it's constant. His shifts are constantly changing. But last night, and he plays video games, and I can hear him right through the wall because his bedroom bumps right up to my bedroom. He's basically on the other side of the wall. And most of the time, I can hear him. You know, he's got his headset on. He's in his gaming chair. He's got, I don't know, a $5,000 gaming computer, whatever the heck he's got. And I can hear him mumbling and stuff, playing video games. But last night, he was so loud, I couldn't get to sleep until like 2:30 in the morning when he stopped. Just couldn't do it. So I only got about 3.5 hours of sleep. And going into work, I was tired. I was that close to calling work up and just saying, look, I'm going to be like 2 hours late and sleep another 2 hours. But then I was like, no, don't do that. I've never been late, ever. Well, going on 32 minutes and 48 seconds here on Thirsty Thursday. Try the plug tobacco. Try the plug tobacco. Hope you like my teeny weeny little Mr. Brog